Hey everyone, I'm Rather Coherent, back with more heavily modded XCOM. We're going into Operation Throbbing Mountain. It's a recover item from train mission, moderate difficulty. We're gonna get some intel, but more importantly, we're gonna start working towards canceling out Advent Lightning Reflexes. That shit is terrifying. This is the strongest team we put forth so far. We have every basic class represented except for Tech Specialist. We're carrying double Combat Engineer. We got a lot of shotguns on the team. We have 4 squaddies, 4 corporals. We're hoping to get some sergeants out of this mission. And we're also just hoping to have a smooth mission for once. No wounds, no random deaths. For 5 missions and 3 deaths in. It's not been a great campaign so far. We had a really good supply extract and we have a very large number of soldiers, but we're not really on the path to win yet. It's still very up in the air. We need a couple of good missions to get our feet under us. We really can't afford to be losing random soldiers on this mission like we have been. Oh, but as we get into this shit show, if you haven't heard, liking, commenting, subscribing really helps the channel grow. I really appreciate it. And now that you've been formally shielded to, we can get on with the tactical gameplay. We're in the back corner. We're about 3 screens away from the objective. No tech specs, so it's a bit of a harsh timer. We should probably still be fine. We have a very aggressive, very fast team. We have a frost pod there with 3 units. I'm gonna get right on top of them to set up for a flamethrower. If they walk away from me, that's fine. But if they, walk towards me and all die horrifically, I wouldn't mind. For the rest of this, we're just running forward on everyone as far as we can get. There's an argument that I should stop further back over here and brace. I think that's a pretty good argument, except the part where my line of sight here is terrible. So instead, we're going to move on to this train and just regret our decisions with the Eclipse crash, because I did not realize that there was just, a fence there. Kind of important tactically.
Copy that.
And as I said earlier, everyone's sprinting forward. There's really not a lot to do. That LMG just slows the Marine down so much. And alright, we're all forward. If they screw around next to us, our Combat Engineer will just take the ambush and wipe them out with a flamethrower. Boys, you better walk a couple more steps. That's a leisurely pace. You can't be doing that. I've never actually talked about Frost Division. I've been really bad about F1ing all the modded enemies and discussing what they do. Let's start with the Trooper. The Frost Trooper is a fairly basic soldier. It's a normal trooper that only hits for 2 to 3, but when it hits you, it applies Bitter Frost munitions. That's a stacking cold debuff. The first one slows you down a little, the second one slows you down a lot, the third one freezes you solid and effectively stuns you. They also have cryo grenades, which are normal grenades, a little bit less damage, but they apply Bitter Frost, and they have Ice Shield. This little 2 health shield they have isn't just 2 health, it reduces all damage by 50% except for fire and psionic damage. Coming over to the Priest, they also have Ice Shields. They also have a fairly weak weapon applying Bitter Frost. They also have several other abilities. They have Smoke Grenades, a Frost Warrior buff that is a lot like the Sectoid buff, except it applies a Frost Shield instead of a normal shield. We have Blinding Cold, which is a point-and-click blind and Bitter Frost that you can resist. And we have a Freeze weapon, which is a point-and-click Bitter Frost, unload your gun. Again, you can resist it. The captains are much scarier. They have a 2 to 5 gun, so they can just roll for kills on squad mate soldiers, which is terrifying. They have a 4 health shield, and much more annoyingly, because they're a leader, they're immune to electric and mental attacks, and their shields regenerate over time. They also have Frost Mark Target. This one can't be resisted. They point at you, they mark you, and you get Bitter Frosted. And of course, they have a Frost Grenade. Why wouldn't they? You know what else they have? They all have a vulnerability to fire damage. Now, these civilians aren't mine, so I would like to kill as many as possible in this to make sure they don't get in my way. Yeah, perfect. Don't tell me about war crimes. So, on account of the fire vulnerability, they should all have their shields gone. It looks like they're not actually all dead. Frost Priest is probably living, Captain's almost certainly living. Just slowly burning into the distance, huh? You'd think he'd have some urgency about him. This one, too. He's not even on fire. He's just cold as ice. Like they used to be. Anyways. Those, not great deploys, buddy. I just run. Oh, I don't want to lose stealth here. You're my scout now. We have guaranteed kills on all this eventually. That's such a cool piece of cover. Holy shit, I love this thing. I'm just going to take the slash here. It's easily the most reliable way to deal with this because I have no one who's really in range to get a good flank on that. Not quite sure what just blew up behind me or why it blew up. Feels like it shouldn't have. We're going to run forward and take a shot on Serenade. It probably doesn't kill, but a second shotgun will kill it with a built-in stock. Oh, 52. That's better than I thought it would be. Still the same result I thought it would be, though.
Miss the target.
Total Halibut, you're up next. Your fear of panic, right? Yeah, great. Wonderful job with that. So, first pod dealt with very, very quickly. We're still moving in the right direction, too. Eclipse Crash, you are now officially our scouts. And this is the furthest forward you can safely get this turn. You're not scouting too much. But we actually see something just from being here. That's crazy. Oh, hello. That's 5 guys. Look, fuck. Guys, come on. Get it together. At least he resisted it. So I think here, because I get burned going around this way, I'm going to run my gunner in this direction.
Got it.
That makes him run away. I think that's why I don't have control right now. If I'm wrong and I pulled, I'm very, very bad off. Okay, yeah, I'm right. Good, good, good. The medic can't really do too much of relevance. So I'm just going to move them up in Overwatch, keep them on this flank that no one else is on. Den Mother. I can reload someone's gun, so that's neat. I've never actually gotten to use a field support in this campaign, so I haven't talked about them. They start with a holo targeter. They have the resupply ammo ability, which is incredible. You reload someone else's gun. If they've got special bullets, or sorry, if you have special bullets, you'll give them to that person until they reload their gun again. Additionally, you have the supply run ability where after you use that, you get a free move. It's incredible. This is a real, genuine support class. It's very good. This one good eye thing is unique to Den Mother. It's a perk she specifically has, but I don't plan on using a lot of consecutive shots on a soldier that doesn't have any means to do that. It's just a neat story thing. Anyway, let's reload that gun on Serenade. And with our blue move, we're going to move probably onto this flank with everyone else. I don't think there's a reason to go left. There's so many people on that flank already. So I'll just move out to here.
Moving on target location.
I was really confused. Like, why'd we just cut to that flaming guy? What's going on with that? All right, so I think that means they're patrolling into us. It would make sense. Yellow alert. We made a bunch of noise. They run at us. Usually, if they resurrect something in vision of you, they immediately run into you and pull, but they don't always. In this case, they definitely did. Wait, is that a different pod? No, it's just this pod running one at a time for some reason. It probably is just being weird because of that reanimate that went off ahead of time. Soldier has loot, so that's going to be a little bit awkward. Nice Overwatch medic. 11%, you say? I was expecting nothing. So we're not moving here, is what I heard. You sure about that position, buddy? I don't need my marksman and stealth anymore. At this point, we've seen enough. He's in a great spot. We can take a flank on you. The Advent Heavy is the only person in an awkward spot, and Ecos Crash only has the 1 grenade. Now, important bit of information I hadn't really thought about. Can we kill that sectoid? We definitely grapple here because we're not grappling anywhere else. We almost certainly have a blue move grenade. We actually just have a grenade from here. They're perfectly far apart enough that I can't hit both. Sectoid is the priority. I need this guy dead. There we go. That's hitting his cover. That's hitting him. Getting him down to 1-shot range. Hopefully destroying his cover. I don't know if this stuff is destructible, but it did look like garbage. It was rusty as hell, so it is. Hey, it's everyone's favorite glitch. I know what causes this. There's just no solution to it. This glitch is caused by having any mod that affects the camera. So you're just stuck with it. Or at least that's the working theory. When you read the logs for that bug, it appears to be a hard-coded issue with the camera. And normally in base XCOM you don't have that issue. But the moment you start modding the camera to have like 45-degree angles, the game actually looks good. Yeah, it immediately causes that bug. No one knows for sure what causes it or how to fix it. And this, to me, being able to... Like, if I had to look at it like this instead of lining it up on the axis that I'm actually playing along, this is clearly worth reloading like once every 5 missions. I can get to the high ground and take a shot with a cannon to kill that sectoid. Seems incredible. Wow, only 70%. I believe in you, White Wolf. Hey, good shit. That means the zombie is dead, which means we're in a great spot as opposed to just a good spot. Run forward into the only cover available here on Serenade. There are grenades and other soldiers. We don't need to worry too much. Good shots. Hitting multiple 70s. Nice to see. We can get to this area along the wall on the assaults. We have flanks on both. I'm going to take the 68s. Very good. That's the only soldier that was awkward for us to deal with this turn. And we dealt with it on the first possible shot that could have done it. If I had Slash, I could probably just deal with this guy and get into cover. Actually, he's in a just terrible spot in general. What else do I have? I have Jaded Rabbit, Fantastic Fox. And Fantastic Fox doesn't have much to do. He's just like getting in half cover and overwatching. Ooh, don't those guys have grenades? Biotrooper, you have a grenade, don't you? Yeah. Since no one's in a great position to deal with his Advent Heavy... Oh, wait, he only has 1 health left. Anyone can finish him off. There's just no cover to do it from is the issue. Here we go. We can go all the way down and around on total halibut to get this kill, and he's a character we really want experience on to get him to Sergeant. Which is awkward, because we don't want to send our Sergeants on covert ops, but we need to get Reapers and Skirmishers. Getting closer to that promotion. Game, are you cool? I'm gonna just keep playing as though that's not there and see how long it sticks around, because it's kind of funny. Now, over here, I don't want him running towards us. I'm gonna push out for this flank, make sure it doesn't run at us. I don't think we're too bunched up for a grenade. Just this guy, this fucking guy. This is why I tried to kill them with flamethrowers. I didn't want to deal with this. I'm actually gonna fall back around the corner or somewhere. Like, I just don't want to be next to him. I don't want to encourage that grenade to this level. He's not going to. Overwatch is better. Oh, hey, there we go. He finally died. Is this going to be here all mission? Whoa, why did we pull that? Who even sees that? I guess they're running in and it's just animating out of order, as XCOM 2 was so prone to do. Yeah, they ran and pulled and it displayed the panic instead of them actually pulling. If you wanted to nail another Overwatch shot, God, he is just on fire. Resisted panic twice, landed 2 low % Overwatches? Dude is carrying his weight. Anyway, it's not funny anymore. I'm going to reload the save. All right, we're back. The UI is not glitched out yet. It's easy to run Overwatch on Combat Engineers. Do I have a good rocket from here? Like, I can't imagine that's pretty good. I have another Combat Engineer to run Overwatches with, and I've got no one else with this rocket. That kills the Biotrooper, hurts the Sectoid, blows up its cover. Just seems really, really solid. Over here, we only have this 25. If we run forward a bit, we can get a really good AoE suppression. Of course, that would be awkward on account of the Overwatches. I'm going to run out to here. With 3 pods already pulled, I think we're safe to do this. And I just need that Overwatch to be gone so I'm safer on my Marine to take a move. Now, what are you going to do, Gunslinger? Shoot him about it? That's not one of the giant exploding fuel tank cars. No, this is, but that's not. Cool, we pulled both. Nothing did anything. Low % shots against armor and ablative health. That frees us up to run forward. I can't get eyes on both, no matter where I go, unfortunately. I'm going to take the run that goes as far forward as possible, then. And just take the shot on the sectoid, because few others have this shot. Then, over here on the field support, I'm going to reload that gun for him. Oh, I just couldn't see it, because it was, like, directly behind the... Alright, yeah. I don't know what I thought it was targeting initially. I thought it was, like, reloading my own gun that hadn't even been fired, and I was very confused.
Locked and loaded.
Now we can blue move wherever we want, for instance, into this full cover to shoot the sectoid. Absolutely love field supports. They are one of my favorite classes. They're so fun to play with. I don't know that they're actually good. They feel like they're doing so much, but a lot of the time they're reloading guns that didn't need to be reloaded and just feeling good. I can run and gun forward, take a flank shot on that trooper. Seems like the thing to do.
Stick and move.
I can't reach the full cover, so the safest location is here. Oh, this isn't a flank from here. Because I see him from the step out past his cover. I see. Well, in that case, I'll just be throwing a grenade at the guy behind you.
Catch.
Somebody else can take a shot on the gunslinger that's better than this one, and no reason to take it here on Torpedo Avalanche. Or alternatively, the gunslinger's just a chump and not doing anything, so who cares in the first place? I think I'm safe here because of how awkward the lines of sight are. I can just hurl a grenade past everyone. I mean, it's not a great grenade, but it's good enough. There's not really an alternative play that's any good, is the main reason to do this. It'll set somebody else up to have a better turn against the gunslinger. It gets Serenade moving in the right direction. I have teamwork on Jaded Rabbit. Cool. I'll take it. It's not like Eclipse Crash is doing anything this turn anyway, so it's a great thing to do here. And then we take our... Oh, we don't have the aim on the other one. We take our 37 and try about it. We take our 37 and applaud Jaded Rabbit for actually hitting it instead of just getting it in chip range for the next guy next turn. We run forward here. He's only got 1 health. Getting closer with Adrenaline Rush is actually worthwhile. So I'll do it. Sprint over to here is, I guess, the best position. This has been just like good alright, I say good RNG and now we get face-offed immediately. But like, aside from that, it's been great RNG, really, really good moves from everyone. Landing shots that we don't quite deserve to land. Are you really taking the face-off from there? Oh, grumble, grumble. They'll be fine. I'm sorry, crit for 2? You sure about that number?
I think they got me. I'm all right.
We need to not take random wounds, he says. That was a kind of important 70% for everyone. At least he low rolled. We have a medic with triage and all 3 medkits, so that's good at least. We'd be in a much better spot if that hadn't happened, but they were going to be tired anyway. What can I do about this sniper? Grapple's still on cooldown. I can get up here and chuck a grenade. I have grapple loot. That might be the best way to get the loot. Let's start by running forward here on Jaded Rabbit. He's completely safe. Yeah, that's a good start. I think he's still going to be behind half cover, though, because the vehicle's there, and that's not getting destroyed. Oh, yeah, cover doesn't matter. What am I talking about? We have shotguns. We have shotguns. It's fine. These guys are all dead. We don't need cover. Oh, that was a lot. Anyway, sniper's dead to the built-in stock. Somebody else runs forward, puts a bullet in this guy. Damn close to being done here.
I'm trusting you here.
Total Halbert runs forward, gets the kill. No! Thank you for the warning. Why, game? Why? Every time that shit happens, it terrifies me. That's all the targets, so we run for the objective. All right, we get the hack. It would have been nice to have a tech specialist to actually roll for this stuff. I forgot this was even a mission where you did hack. I guess they're basically all missions like that, aren't they? Anyway, 9%. Unsurprisingly, we miss it. Would have been really nice to get 2 free weeks of scanning time. 3 wounds is worse than we were looking for, but it's still solid. I've been forgetting to take mission photos. Damn shame. Yeah, let's view the mission debriefing first then, fair enough. Who did the carry? Was it somebody like a combat engineer? What a surprise, it's the guy who shot the rocket. That checks out. And then we forget to take the mission photo, like you do. Oh wait, you don't need to click that, it does it automatically. I haven't been forgetting shit, you only need to take photos for bond mates. Alright, getting back to base, let's see what these wound times are looking like. I don't think it'll be that bad. What the fuck do you mean 28 days? There was a medic on the team. Are you sure about that, Torpedo Avalanche? Dude's just going on vacation. Oh well. We get a good pile of loot. Superior speed, huh? Once we can do PCS, that'll be incredible. White Wolf taking another wound. This dude's just not able to stack aim for the life of it. We're putting him on covering fire immediately. This is just too important for core functionality of Marines. Torpedo Avalanche will be back and never, but when he does get back, he'll have honed edge and guaranteed hits on the slash. Eclipse crashes out for 13 days. That's not much worse than normal wound. He'll be taking lead the targets. Den Mother is taking... This is actually a hard one for me. I'm never sure what I want to do here. Bandage Throw is nice. It's a blue action to heal for 3, and you get 3 charges of it. Efficient targeting is not that great until you have much later things like multi-targeting. And Cool Under Pressure is only good way, way later once we have stuff like Armed Intervention, Kill Zone, and maybe some aim stacking to go with it. So I take Bandage Throw here, but I'm never thrilled about it. And then we have 6 rookies awaiting promotions. Unfortunately, none of the corporals that went on that mission made it to Sergeant. There's a battlefield with supplies in 13 days. We're going to stick to fire axis. No new covert ops to worry about, so back to scanning fire axis. 12 ready, we're still good to go on a mission, which is nice to see. Alien alloy integration finishes before the next mission. We have power spikes. This is the point where we go from like constantly worried about things to steamrolling missions for the next month. This is an incredibly, incredibly valuable tech. So, conventional weapons gain +1 damage, conventional armors gain +1 HP, and possibly the best part, standard Kevlar armor gets an additional utility slot the same way the basic armors for the next 2 tiers have an additional armor slot, or additional item slot rather. So that means everyone gets another grenade, and deals the damage on all their shots, and has 1 more HP. It's just incredible. It's absolutely incredible. We're gonna power spike pretty hard off of that for a good long while. We're not doing that. Abbott Trooper is instant, so we may as well. That gets us battle scanners and unlocks mag weapons, or at least partially does. But we're going to be looking for resistance communications. We kind of need that. And that'll finish around the point in time we get the scientist, coincidentally. New assault mission sabotage transmitter. That'll be to counter the dark events, and that's pretty much it. That's all you get. What more could you want? There are people we can find to get rewards. Hopefully I remember to actually do that this time instead of just forgetting like I always do. And once again, our goal is send our highest ranked people, get experience under their belts, get people to sergeant. We desperately need it. Alright, we're kitted out. We have 2 new soldiers coming on this mission. We have Capitalist Prodigy and Mercury Hawk taking their upgrades. I made Mercury Hawk into my 4th assault. 5th, we're not going to count the dead ones though. And I made Capitalist Prodigy into my 3rd field medic. These are some of my more underrepresented classes that need to start getting in there, especially the assaults. They need to be ranking up before things get too bad. I can't have them showing up at Squatty in like April. That's way, way too slow. Or I think more importantly, showing up at Corporal in May. That's the real disaster. As with the rest of the squad, we're once again taking every corporal we can. We also have Sonic Serenade just because we have 2 sappers available. And then we have 5 corporals. We have the new Corporal Den Mother. We also have Magpie, Big Large, Jaded Rabbit, and Seething Workup. Once again, hopefully we can get somebody to Sergeant, but no telling just yet. It's a difficult mission, sabotage transmitter, but we have a tech spec for it. We have to do it for countering dark events, and we might get some extra little on the way. But that's all for next time. I've been Rather Coherent. Hope you enjoyed the series so far. Hope you enjoyed the episode, and if you did, I'll see you in the next one. This has only been 30 minutes total, which is incredibly short. This has been a smooth mission, and hopefully the next one goes as well. And with all the new gear we just got, we probably do.